So, how are you going to get rich? Are you going to win it, marry it, inherit it, sue for it, steal it, or hope for it? Hey, here's a life question for you, a question you should ask during the course of your life. How are you going to get rich? No, seriously, you should always ask that question, how am I going to get rich? Richness is wonderful. In my estimation, as I've traveled through the years and I have a lot of time by myself, I've given this question careful consideration, how am I going to get rich? And I'm going to share with you a simple philosophy that's helped me in my career and maybe will help you. In my estimation, there's really only about 7 ways that you can get rich. First way, you could win it. What do you mean by win it? Well, you could possibly win the lottery. 1964, they launched the first lottery. Since that time, people have always said, man, if I could just win the lottery. Do you know that they say about 68% of Americans think that the only way they're ever going to get rich is if they win the lottery? Here's a question, though. What are the odds? 11 million to 1 that you're ever going to win the lottery. So what you need to do is get that one off the list. Well, what's the next option? Well, if I'm not going to win the lottery, what would be another way to get rich? How about marry it? If you're a young lady out there right now and you say, man, the way I'm going to get rich is I'm going to marry the money. Believe me, you're going to pay a price for that for the rest of your natural life. All right, so you're not going to win it, you're not going to marry it. What's your next one? Maybe you could inherit it. You know, there's something sick, though, about waiting for someone to die, isn't it? You got to think about it. It's Thanksgiving. You walk up to your favorite Aunt Mabel. She's got you in the will, and you go, Aunt Mabel, how do you feel? And she says, tremendous. And you're thinking to yourself, bummer. Now watch this. You're just waiting for it to die. You don't want that to happen. So how's it going to happen? Are you going to win it? You're going to marry it? You're going to inherit it? How about this one? Sue for it. Isn't that a great strategy? I'd love for the bread truck to run into me. I don't really want to get hurt. But boy, I'd sure like that lawsuit. Do you know that here's actuarial statistic, about 96% of all the lawsuits in the entire country are in this country alone. Find them, sue them, screw them. That's the strategy. Now you got to get that one off the list. You don't want to win it, you don't want to marry it, you don't want to inherit it, you don't want to sue for it. What's the next strategy? Steal it. Well, what do you mean by steal it? Let's just go into some kind of white-collar crime. Here's the thing, though. It's the law of averages. Eventually, you're going to get caught. All right, so we could win it, marry it, inherit, sue for it, steal it, get that one out. But here's the number one way that most people plan on getting rich. They hope for it. What do you mean they hope for it? Well, they sit around all day long going, well, what are they doing? They're just hoping that they're going to get rich. Well, how are you going to get rich? I'm just hoping things are going to happen. Rich Page wrote a marvelous book, and he said hope is not a strategy. So let's get down to it. You could win it, marry it, inherit it, sue for it, steal it, hope for it, or the real way. Go to work. That's it. Just go to work. Develop a plan. Go to work. Get the things off your list. You're not going to win it. You're not going to marry it. You're not going to inherit it. You're not going to sue for it. You're not going to steal it. You're not going to hope for it. You're going to go to work. And you're in the right profession if you're in new home sales. Man, are you in the right profession. You have the opportunity to earn what only people dream of. The opportunity to earn sometimes 5- and 6-figure incomes. It's an amazing opportunity, so just go to work.